Almighty Lord, today I stand before you with a heart that feels overwhelmed by financial pressure. It feels as though I am standing at the very bottom of a deep hole, looking upward and seeing no clear escape through my own understanding. From a human perspective, the numbers do not add up. The options feel limited, and the path forward seems hidden. Yet I know that nothing about my situation is hidden from you. You see every detail of my financial reality with perfect clarity and compassion. You see the unpaid bills that remain on the table, each one carrying its own weight and urgency. You see the notices that arrive unexpectedly and cause my heart to race. You see the statements filled with figures that feel impossible to manage, numbers that create anxiety before I even begin to read them. Lord, you know how heavy it feels to face responsibilities without knowing how they will be met. You understand the pressure that builds when resources feel smaller than the demands placed upon them. You hear the phone calls I hesitate to answer, fearing that each ring may bring another demand I am not prepared to meet. You see the messages I delay opening, because I am afraid of what they might require from me. You know the restless nights when sleep feels distant, when my mind runs through calculations over and over, trying to stretch what I have and still finding the result lacking. You know how exhausting it is to plan, adjust, and rework budgets only to feel like I am always falling short. Father, you are fully aware of the emotional toll this season has taken on me. You know how often I have presented calm on the outside while carrying discouragement within. You know how many times I have said that everything is fine, even when my heart felt burdened and uncertain. You see the silent struggle behind polite smiles and routine conversations. Nothing about my financial stress, my fears, or my fatigue is invisible to you. You understand the quiet shame that sometimes accompanies financial difficulty, the moments when I hesitate to participate, to contribute, or to say yes because I do not have the means. You know how comparison can deepen discouragement, especially when I see others moving forward while I feel stuck in the same place. Yet today, Lord, I make a conscious decision not to carry this weight alone anymore. I bring my financial concerns, my uncertainty, and my need directly into your presence. I acknowledge that you are greater than every number, every debt, every obligation, and every lack. I recognize that while my resources are limited, yours are unlimited. As I begin this prayer, I place my trust not in my own calculations, but in your wisdom, provision, and faithfulness. I open my heart before you, believing that you are attentive, compassionate, and already at work, even when I cannot yet see the results. I choose to begin this journey with honesty and surrender, confident that you hear me and that you care deeply about every area of my life, including my finances. Lord, today I consciously release into your hands every worry connected to my finances. I lay down the fear that tightens my chest, the anxiety that follows me throughout the day, and the mental exhaustion that comes from constantly trying to solve everything on my own. I admit before you that I am tired of relying only on my strength, my plans, and my limited understanding. I am weary of carrying responsibilities that feel heavier than my capacity. That is why I come to you, not as someone who has all the answers, but as someone who needs your guidance and peace. I place at your feet every financial plan I have tried to build, every strategy that failed, and every effort that left me discouraged. I surrender my calculations, my spreadsheets, my projections, and my expectations. Some of them were built with hope, others with fear, but none of them compare to your wisdom. Lord, I recognize that true provision does not begin with money. It begins with alignment. Align my heart with your will. Align my decisions with your purpose. Align my actions with your principles. I confess that there were moments when fear pushed me to rush, when pressure caused me to choose without clarity, and when frustration led me to doubt myself. I ask you to forgive me for the times I allowed anxiety to guide my financial decisions instead of faith. Cleanse my mind from constant worry. Quiet the noise of stress that makes it difficult to hear your voice. Replace confusion with clarity, restlessness with peace, and fear with trust. You are the God who owns all resources, the one who opens doors no one can close and closes doors no one should walk through. You see paths I cannot see and opportunities I do not yet recognize. You understand the full picture of my life, past, present, and future, and you know exactly how each piece fits together. I choose to believe that even this season of financial pressure is not wasted, but purposeful. Lord, teach me to depend on you daily, not only when things feel urgent. Teach me patience while you are working behind the scenes. Teach me obedience even when the next step feels uncomfortable. I want to honor you not only with my words but with my choices, my discipline, and my trust. I desire financial peace that flows from wisdom, not just temporary relief. As I pause in this moment, I lift my heart in gratitude, not because everything is resolved yet, but because you are present with me. I acknowledge your sovereignty over my finances and over my future. You are worthy of praise in abundance and in lack, in certainty and in waiting. If this prayer resonates with your heart, take a moment to write a short comment of worship and gratitude, expressing honor to God for who He is, and not only for what He provides. I choose to worship you right here, trusting that you are already moving, already preparing solutions, and already guiding my steps forward. Father, you know the silent weight of financial discouragement that presses on my heart. You understand the moments when I have had to step back and say I cannot participate, cannot contribute, or cannot afford what others consider normal. You see how those words can quietly wound the spirit, creating a sense of limitation and inadequacy. You know how easily shame tries to attach itself to financial struggle, whispering lies that attempt to define my value by my current situation. You see how difficult it is to watch others progress with apparent ease, paying their responsibilities, expanding their lives, building stability, while I feel as though I am standing still. Month after month I work, plan, and hope, yet it feels like the same challenges return without relief. Lord, you understand how draining it can be to feel stuck in a cycle that seems unwilling to break. You know how discouraging it feels when effort does not immediately produce visible results. But today, I make a deliberate decision to stop carrying this burden alone. I refuse to let isolation deepen my struggle. I bring every financial concern directly into your presence. I bring the frustration, the disappointment, and the unanswered questions. I bring the moments when I wondered if I was doing enough or if I had somehow fallen behind beyond repair. I place all of it before you, trusting that you are not indifferent to my situation. I acknowledge that comparison steals peace and clouds perspective. Help me release the habit of measuring my progress against others. Remind me that my journey is unique, my timing is intentional, and my path is guided by you. Teach me to see progress not only in numbers but in growth, wisdom, endurance, and faith. Help me recognize that stability is built step by step, not overnight. Lord, I surrender the internal pressure that tells me I should already be further ahead. I surrender the fear that time is running out. I surrender the belief that my current position determines my future outcome. Replace those thoughts with truth. Remind me that you are not limited by seasons, markets, or delays. What feels slow to me is never late to you. I ask you to lift the emotional heaviness that comes with prolonged financial strain. Restore my hope where discouragement has taken root. Renew my strength where weariness has settled. Allow me to breathe again, knowing that you are actively involved in my restoration. You are not asking me to figure everything out alone. You are inviting me to trust you step by step. I choose to believe that this season is not punishment, but preparation, that what I am learning now will serve me well in the future you are shaping. I choose faith over frustration, trust over comparison, and surrender over control. I place my financial journey in your hands, confident that you are guiding me toward stability, growth, and peace. Lord, in this moment, I intentionally lay everything down before you. I place at your feet my worries about money, my fears about the future, and the mental weight of constant decision-making. I surrender every plan I created out of pressure, every strategy formed in anxiety, and every attempt to fix things solely through my own effort. I acknowledge that trying to control everything has left me exhausted, and I no longer want to carry this burden alone. I admit that I am tired of striving without peace, tired of pretending to be strong when I feel overwhelmed, and tired of searching for answers that never fully satisfy. I release the expectation that I must have everything figured out by myself. Instead, I turn to you, the source of true wisdom, clarity, and provision. You are not limited by what I see or understand. You know the end from the beginning, and nothing in my financial life takes you by surprise. You are the God who holds all resources, the one who creates opportunity, direction, and order. You see every possible path forward, including the ones I cannot yet recognize. I ask you to take the lead where I have grown weary. Guide me where confusion has clouded my judgment. Teach me where I have lacked understanding. I place my trust not in my own ability to control outcomes, but in your ability to direct my steps. Lord, I surrender my failures as well. The choices that did not work, the risks that led to loss, and the mistakes that still weigh on my mind. I refuse to allow past errors to define my future. I believe you can redeem every setback and use it as instruction rather than condemnation. Where I feel regret, bring grace. Where I feel shame, bring restoration. Where I feel stuck, bring movement. I ask you to reshape my perspective during this process. Help me see my finances through the lens of stewardship rather than fear. Teach me patience when progress feels slow and obedience when the next step feels uncomfortable. Allow me to grow in wisdom, discipline, and trust as you rebuild areas that have been unstable. I want lasting transformation, not temporary relief. I acknowledge that real security does not come from numbers alone, but from walking in alignment with you. As I release control, I receive peace. As I surrender my plans, I receive direction. As I place my financial life in your hands, I trust that you are working with purpose and precision. Lord, I invite you now to step directly into my financial life with your divine authority and transforming power. I ask you to move beyond the surface and touch every area where lack, disorder, or uncertainty has settled. Shine your light into places I have avoided, areas I did not know how to confront, and situations that felt too complicated or overwhelming. Nothing is too small or too broken for your intervention. Where confusion has created chaos in my finances, bring clarity and order. Where fear has influenced my decisions, replace it with wisdom and discernment. Where discouragement has drained my motivation, restore vision and strength. I ask you to reveal what needs attention, what needs adjustment, and what needs to be released. Help me see clearly what has been draining my resources and what has been holding me back from progress. Lord, where patterns of lack have tried to establish themselves in my life, I ask you to dismantle them completely. Where hopelessness has whispered that nothing will ever change, I ask you to silence those lies and replace them with truth. I reject every belief that tells me I am destined to struggle endlessly or that stability is beyond my reach. I choose to believe that growth, balance, and restoration are possible through you. I ask you to bring healing to the roots of my financial challenges. If poor habits, fear-based decisions, or emotional wounds have influenced the way I handle money, I ask you to gently correct and restore me. Teach me how to manage resources with responsibility and confidence. Give me the courage to face reality without shame and the patience to rebuild step by step. Lord, I ask for your protection over my finances. Guard what comes into my hands. Prevent unnecessary loss. Close doors that would lead to waste or harm, and open doors that lead to stability and growth. Align my financial life with your principles so that what I build will last and not collapse under pressure. I desire order that brings peace, not stress. I trust that you are capable of transforming not only my circumstances, but also my understanding. Let this be a season where confusion gives way to clarity, anxiety gives way to confidence, and pressure gives way to peace. I believe that you are actively working to restore balance and direction in my finances, even when progress feels gradual. I place my trust in your ability to rebuild what feels unstable and to strengthen what feels weak. I surrender this process to you, confident that you are guiding me toward financial health, wisdom, and lasting stability. Father, I ask you now to break every chain that has restricted my financial progress and limited my ability to move forward with confidence. I bring before you every pattern of lack that has followed me for years, every cycle that seems to repeat no matter how hard I try to change it. You see the history behind my finances, the influences, the learned behaviors, the spoken words, and the silent fears that have shaped how I relate to money. I ask you to intervene at the deepest level. If there are generational patterns of struggle, constant shortage, or instability that have been passed down, I ask that you bring those cycles to an end here and now. Let limitations stop with me. Let confusion stop with me. Let fear-driven decisions stop with me. I believe you are able to rewrite financial stories, heal inherited mindsets, and establish new foundations rooted in wisdom and peace. I reject every negative word that has ever been spoken over my future. Words that suggested I would never have enough, that I would always fall short, or that progress was not meant for me. I refuse to partner with those beliefs any longer. I choose to align my thoughts with truth instead of fear. Replace every limiting belief with confidence, every lie with clarity, and every doubt with assurance that you are guiding me toward growth. Lord, I ask you to help me see myself the way you see me, not defined by debt, mistakes, or temporary struggle, but as someone capable of learning, growing, and stewarding resources wisely. Teach me how to think differently about money, responsibility, and provision. Let my mindset mature so that I am prepared not only to receive increase, but also to manage it with integrity and discipline. Where discouragement has caused me to lose motivation, restore determination. Where setbacks have caused hesitation, restore courage. Where fear has caused avoidance, restore responsibility. Help me face my finances with honesty and confidence, knowing that clarity is the beginning of freedom. Walk with me as I make changes, even when those changes feel uncomfortable at first. I declare that I am no longer trapped by the past. I am no longer controlled by fear of lack. I am no longer defined by what I owe or what went wrong before. I am being reshaped, renewed, and prepared for a healthier financial future. I trust that you are transforming me from the inside out, establishing habits, perspectives, and decisions that lead to long-term stability. I place my faith in your promise to guide, teach, and restore. I believe that this process is unfolding with purpose, and that every step forward, no matter how small, is meaningful. I move ahead with hope, confidence, and trust in your direction. Lord, as I come to this closing moment of prayer, I recognize that something within me has already begun to change. I may not see every result yet, but I feel a deeper sense of trust, clarity, and expectation rising in my heart. I stand before you believing that this marks the beginning of a new financial season, one shaped not by fear, confusion, or pressure, but by wisdom, stability, and peace. I declare that lack no longer defines my story, and that uncertainty no longer controls my decisions. I declare that restoration is unfolding in my life. Restoration of finances, yes, but also restoration of confidence, vision, and hope. Where resources were lost, I believe you are able to rebuild. Where time felt wasted, I believe you can redeem it. Where opportunities seemed missed, I trust that you are creating new ones that align even better with my purpose. I choose to believe that progress is not only possible, but already in motion. Lord, I speak clarity over my future. I believe you are opening doors that align with my values, doors that bring provision without compromising peace, and opportunities that allow me to grow responsibly. I declare that every unhealthy cycle is ending, and that healthier patterns are taking their place. I am learning to manage wisely, plan carefully, and act with discipline. I am becoming prepared for what you are bringing into my life. I declare protection over my finances. What comes into my hands will be guarded. What I build will be sustained. What I steward will grow with balance and integrity. I reject fear-driven decisions and choose faith-filled responsibility. I trust that you are leading me step by step, even when the full picture is not yet visible. My role is obedience. The outcome rests in your hands. Lord, I thank you because I know you are already working beyond what I can see. I believe conversations are happening, opportunities are aligning, and solutions are forming at the right time. I choose patience over anxiety and trust over urgency. I declare that my future will not be marked by survival, but by progress and peace. I am moving forward with confidence, knowing that you are guiding me. I seal this prayer with gratitude. Gratitude not only for what you will do, but for who you are. I commit my financial journey to you, my decisions, my habits, my growth, and my future. I walk forward believing that this is not an ending but a beginning. I trust you completely, one step at a time. If this prayer strengthened your faith, write a comment declaring what you believe God is beginning to transform in your financial life. And if you feel led, show your support by liking and sharing this prayer with someone who needs encouragement today.